Okay. Give us 1 second so if you get confirmation, we're going to go ahead and start. I heard notifications. Can somebody double check my position?
Yeah.
It's cool? All right, cool. All right, you got it.
All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. We're the brothers of the Great Millstone, branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops, salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerely risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, to be like unto the speckled bird among the heathens that look like the heathens, and then unto the few aquaf that are listening and learning. We give a true and hearty shalom. And as you see the subject, we're just going to go right into this thing. America has failed. It's completely, it's in complete and total collapse mode. If you really got your eyes open, because you have, for the last, since Obama, you have people, unelected officials, that are making decisions that elected officials are supposed to make. You have elected officials answering to people like Bill Gates, to people like Melinda Gates, people like Klaus Schwab, that creepy baby eating looking dude. All right, look like he just ate somebody, you know. All right. Matter of fact, Jamal Pop just sent me a video of some dude, some 25-year-old dude ate some dude's ear and half his face off, you know. And yeah, some 70-year-old guy. They called for an attack, you know. They said it was an assault going on. When they got there, the dude was on top of the dude, was eating his face.
Wow.
And then this just happened on that same platform. Some woman jumped up and pushed a 3-year-old girl, the nigga baby, right onto the tracks. That same train platform. So it's a lot of crazy shit happening in America. But nevertheless, you have the lie that was democracy is completely showing itself. It's completely showing itself, and these people are making decisions for people that's completely against the laws that govern this land. You know, and it's nothing new because Esau claimed to be this America has always since its inception claimed to be a God-fearing Christian Bible-believing country, but yet America has violated more things in the Bible than any, you know, and on a daily basis. Still, if somebody could get that a Daniel 8:25.
You know why they getting that? I'm gonna make a comment.
You got something? Break it out.
Make a comment on because you said something about a Schwab or whatever the case might be, and it was funny because when President Reagan years ago, when President Reagan was giving his speech, it was one of the Schwabs that owned that marketing and banking scenario that rolled up to him on the side and told him, wrap it up, hurry it up, and whatnot. So it was a Schwab that actually told the President of the United States, wrap this shit up, hurry it up. And that's when Dave Chappelle got to think, wrap it up.
See, now I'm looking at here. Brazil protests. Lula vows to punish Congress invaders. So all over the world, this whole Western democracy, or this idea of democracy is failing. It says supporters of outcast. Hold on, let me go back. Damn, hold on now. Not a story. I fucking hate these. So here we go. Got it again. It says Brazil's president Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, they had a long ass names on there, right, has vowed to punish supporters of the country's ex-leader, Jair Bolsonaro, after they stormed Congress. Right? Where did they get that from? Damn, then you put that on the screen. Sam getting his ass
stomped out.
All right.
And the hypocrisy of them say, "Oh, that's horrible. Let's downplay it. Let's not show the truth."
So that's exactly what's going on, because it says right here, even in other countries, when you follow the devil, you end up like the devil on the floor getting beat down. All right. But it says, but the police regained control of the buildings in the capital of Brasilia on Sunday evening after hours of clashes. So it was ass whoopings going on down in Brazil, and I'm gonna tell you, man, you ever watch some Brazilian street fights, man? It'll be the most technical street fights you've ever seen. And those people down there can fight, man. You don't fuck with the Brazilians, man. But it says police regained control. So wherever this democracy is, or these forms of democracy, they're losing control, man. They're losing control. But then you have these outside entities that seem to have more power than your elected officials. All right?
Where should we export democracy next? Well, shouldn't we save some for ourselves?
You'll hate your ass.
Damn. Where should we export it to next?
And just to show you the proof, now if you go through this, there's 1,000 memes on the hypocrisy of democracy, all right? And how it's not what is claimed in crack.
Oh, like that one with the eagle running over there when they found all that gold to go bring them to democracy.
Right.
That shit was hilarious.
The democracy is not as cracked up as it should be. and this is actually where it's headed right now. Mosiah's about to destroy it, man. Right?
You want that, that Daniel?
Bring it out, brother.
It's on the screen too.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
So they always come with this whole peace thing, but the Lord said there is no peace. But when they say peace and destruction, well, it ain't gonna be so good, man. Right? And then on top of that, you got more riots and uprisings than ever before in history, man. As a matter of fact, today they were rioting in I didn't even know about this thing in Brazil, but they were also rioting in Bolivia. Maybe you can find something on that. They were rioting in Bolivia, and I believe that they were rioting in the streets of France as well. So, and from what I'm told, the French are always
they do it.
French don't, you fuck with them. They people come out in the street. Go ahead, bro.
No, I say there'll never be no peace as long as this devil's in power, man. The Lord got to take this man out of power for it to be peace, man. The scripture tell you that he taking peace from the earth, man, when he get raised up into power. That's in Revelation 6 chapter. There's never going to be no peace as long as he's ruling, man.
That's right. And because all these other nations, like the course of scriptures, so someone want to give to back it up, they have drunk of the cup, the wine of the cup of Babylon, and they drunk that juice, the Babylonian sweet red, all right?
Look, we take a shot. Take a shot at the old man.
And but drinking that juice, they have made the same system. They say, okay, let's make elected officials that are not so elected nowadays. They say, let's go ahead and set up these programs. Let's set up a Senate. Let's let a representative. Let's set up a judicial Wakabam. So give the people a ruse of that the power to the people. But how the people got power, but if you got a problem, you got to call your congressman, call your senator, and you try to call. You never get them.
Do it. I mean, you got the WEF making financial and medical decisions for the entire world, and nobody elected none of them.
Right.
Fauci wasn't elected.
That's right.
But yeah, he was controlling shit. All right, and there is going to be no safety. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3, and it reads, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape." And we all know that once those contractions come, that baby is coming, whether it be stillborn or it be alive. Either way, that baby is coming, man, and it's gonna be painful. All right, there's no such thing as a painless birth.
Right.
You can ask any woman that's ever had a baby. Granted, some births are easier than others, but there is no such thing as a painless birth, man. A woman with a child, they go through some shit.
That's right. Even though they try to do the epidural shit, Trust me and believe. I've seen it firsthand.
And
They don't do
and
shit.
sometimes they end up fucking them up worse later
Yeah,
on because
yeah,
then they have back problems.
Well, they got paralyzed. They actually get paralyzed from that too.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
This is 2 Edges 9:3. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right? So, and for like as thou all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end is manifest. This is, you see the manifestation right here on the
Yeah,
screen.
and so this is like current. I didn't know this shit was going on down in Bolivia.
Yeah. And it's not the only place. And don't think that everything is televised. A lot of things are media blackouts of what's going on around the world, especially in certain places. All right. I was hearing about the in Japan, they put a media blackout on the 20 on the 4 robots that killed all them people. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Yeah, you did. Somebody sent me that story today. Was it you?
I don't know if
I haven't even read it yet, so I
Right.
got that. Matter of fact, let me go.
One of the robots even went and downloaded some shit off the internet
No,
to
that's
repair
the thing.
himself
No, that's right. One of them. That's
and to make
Japan.
himself more.
Yeah, somebody sent that to me today.
No.
Let me find it.
That's
Damn, the robot made himself more resilient.
Yeah, 'cause the other 3 got taken out, but the last one that got away went on the internet and upgraded himself.
So it's just like Terminator.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you make a machine AI to get its own autonomy, what the fuck you think? What happened with the one that they scrubbed from the net? They how it said who's to blame for everything? They said the Edomites, the so-called white man. He's the virus of the earth.
That was about 2013 or 14. You had 2 Edomites that built two MIT students, I believe. They were from MIT, and they put in they created some sort of AI device, and they set it a learning device, and they set it free on the internet to learn. And it came back within 48 hours saying that Esau, they were calling the white man Esau, and said that they were the problem in the earth, and you need to eliminate them, and the earth would heal itself, or something to that effect.
Wow.
Yeah, that was and they scrubbed the internet of that shit. They made them shut the program down, and you can't find that story because you could find it once upon a time.
Yeah, go to black web now.
You know, but that they made sure that no one's. So basically, the AI one started learning and reading the things that we talk about. So what it probably did really, it started watching Hebrew Israelites videos, and then it started opening up certain PDF
Histories and all that
histories.
stuff.
It was AI, so it can learn fast. So basically, the AI came back and said, "Well, these white people, these Edomites, are the problem in the earth."
They're the destructive
That's what they
force.
said. You get rid of them, you know.
So when the people are the righteous are in rulership, the people rejoice. Do they look like people rejoicing? Because it says when the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. This is the one in France. These are the righteous.
Right.
Damn, so we went from Bolivia to France. It's the same shit.
It's the same look. Hey, if a fire be kindled,
That's true.
I thought it was supposed to be peace when the Ish people be in the land. This don't look like peace.
That's
It look like Isaiah chapter 2 verse 1.
Yeah, that's a final
God,
prophecy.
it's just like you you know, you pointed out that book earlier, man.
Yeah.
You know, put that book in front of the camera, about the shot.
What's the name of it?
Yeah,
Sephardic book of
you know, because I did a video just a couple weeks ago on that talk point, and while reading and studying the Assyrian script Hebrew, which I really dislike, and it's something in my spirit has always been turned off to it.
Is it this one here? Is that this
but-
one?
Yes.
Well, can you open some pages so it can show me? But nevertheless, it's full of the Assyrian script Hebrew.
Right.
It's the point.
Like that page.
It's the point. Any page, it really didn't matter. All right, but it's full of the Assyrian script Hebrew, and the point being is that the northern kingdom was in the Assyrian captivity, not the kingdom of Judah.
Right.
So if these people were the kingdom of Judah, the kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script Hebrew, even in the ancient world. I have the dictionaries, Bibles that has the relics from the coins from the time when the kingdom of Judah was still in place, and even when it was in place under the captivity of the Romans, and they were using the Paleo, the Block Hebrew, or what the Israelis call biblical Hebrew.
Salak,
They weren't using the Syrian script.
Salak, it's on their book, the New King Quench. You got the Judean coin,
Yeah.
and you got the Paleo Hebrew on.
So the point being is that the kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script. So the fact that they use this form of Hebrew is evidence that they're not who they say they are. And as a matter of fact, when we talk about these unelected officials that are making all these decisions and ruling over shit, they're most of them are of that sect of life.
Yep.
All right? Because the kingdom of Judah was not using the Assyrian script Hebrew at all. They were using the Paleo, even when they were under the Roman captivity. So the fact that they use that is evidence against them. They actually tore their ass. We're adding all these dots and changing it. Because I'm reading the right now. I'm reading the Facts of Facts book by Benjamin Friedman.
Salak, if you look at the first line from right to left, the third word, the name is Yahweh. You see how they stretch out the ha and they put some substitute under there, so you won't say Yahweh.
Yeah. See, because the name of the Lord is God's law.
That's it.
The name of the Lord is dreadful unto them, man. And most of these elected officials that we're talking about, more of them of that persuasion, that J-ish persuasion. All right, because in the book that Benjamin Friedman wrote, like I said, I'm reading the Facts Are Facts by Benjamin Friedman, which was printed in 1954. So he was a really old man then. You got to think about it, man. This man was born in the 1880s, literally like 1880. So he was an adult during World War I and World War II. And he was one of them. And he lived as one of them. And he turned away from that and became a Christian, as if that was any better. But he spoke out against them. And he even showed you how they didn't even start referring to themselves as the J-ish word until 1775. That's when they first said it for the very first time. All right, so all this important, and the name of his book is Facts Are Facts. Okay? And then all of a sudden, you had, what's his name? Eliezer Ben Yehudi, that added all them dots and shit that wasn't a part of the Assyrian script. Because even the Assyrian language, you didn't see all those dots and with dialect or whatever the hell they call it, diacentrics and all that. And then according to, because if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me.
I'm about to show you something.
All right, because according to the dictionary Bible that I have, which I meant to bring those, but I wasn't home. That's right. I got some books that I was gonna bring for the class for the brothers. Because I had a couple extras of these dictionary Bibles, and it's really good information. But one of them, it said that Ezra was the father of Judaism. So I done read the first book of Ezra, the second book of Ezra, the third book of Ezra's, and the fourth book of Ezra's. So in the Apocrypha, the book of Ezra's, first and second, those are the third and fourth book. And I don't recall ever reading anything about Ezra instructing the people to worship Judaism. Am I wrong? Somebody please correct me because I don't want to be going off.
What did you say again?
No, you're not wrong.
Okay, I just want to make sure, brother. I don't want to miss something.
Not on that.
So
here's example of coins, and they'll tell you inscription. Obviously, I think I don't know if it's obviously or preserved. I'm not sure. Paleo Hebrew, and they'll show you the actual. That's the Tazah. That's the Ma, the La, and the Ka. You know what I'm saying? You got a Ya. You have another Tazah. You have the Ta. You have the Wa. And you have a Tha and another Wa. All right. That's the heat. That this is going back to those time periods. You can go see that this is after Babylonian captivity. This is after Shalmaneser started fucking with both the northern and southern kingdoms, man. So right here, if we were so caught up in these the Yiddish, okay, why did it say right here that this goes back to John Hyrcanus back in 104 BC, and this is Paleo Hebrew.
That's Paleo. They got the Assyrian printed down there, but on the coin it's Paleo. Remember what Snowden said about art and artifacts. That it's important to look at artifacts, which I'm a big believer of. All right, because what he said in the book is that the art and the artifacts tell a different story than what the printed word, what they've written, because they'll write whatever the fuck they want. You see, they got it written in the Assyrian script, but on the coin itself is the paleo. So that lines up with what I said. The kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script. The Judeans never used the Assyrian script. I'm 100% sure of that at this point.
Psalms 85:11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. That's the reason why the Lord is showing us these relics and these hashtag receipts, because this is going to tell you the truth, and the wise will see it, and the truth will set them free. If you don't believe it and you follow the narrative of the democratic democracy lies, the narrative of the people who are ruining the earth and subjugating the earth, then you're going to be part of that ruin too.
I got something here. This is 6th century AD. This monumental work, this is the Masoretic text when it started. This monumental work was begun around the 6th century AD and completed in the 10th by scholars at Talmudic academies in Babylonia and Palestine in an effort to reproduce as far as possible the original text of the Hebrew Old Testament. But they wasn't.
So what they said, and I'm trying to marry what you said to what I read in that dictionary. I wish I had every intention on having it with me tonight, and I forgot. Go to my last couple videos. I can't even think of the name of it because I had an extra one that I was going to bring over here for the classroom. 2 of them.
Well, now the point I'm going looking to make was, like you said, they never used this, and those people don't even speak it correctly or write it correctly. And what's going on is they're not even speaking Hebrew in the first place. They're using Yiddish, a Yiddish language, a gibberish.
So they're using Yiddish over a form of Hebrew that the Israelites never used.
Exactly.
So these people are just frauds all the way around, man. So pretty soon they just gonna have to come with that sword because they really getting exposed to the 12th power at this point. No, but something they said in that book was that Ezra brought that back from Babylon. They came back from the Babylonian captivity, but I'm like, wait a minute, people in Babylon weren't using the Assyrian script. What the fuck you talking about?
Right.
You know, I'm like, so they liars, man. But that's their own information, because they're the ones that put Judaism in the Bible dictionary when it's not in the Bible. The word Judaism is in the Bible. Can we do a word search on King James on Judaism? Bible shop.
We'll definitely do so. Let's go over here.
So so they tell on themselves. See, they're proud and so arrogant. They getting caught up in all their lies now. And who would have thought that the Assyrian script would be a weapon, be a witness against them?
Well, they don't.
But now it is.
They thought a bunch of niggas in India ain't gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Now it is. So the very fact that they're using that form of Hebrew, all right, is evidence.
It's nothing popping up.
There's nothing popping up, right? Because then they also said that they said that when in Acts 6:1 that the Grecians there was that the Hebrews there was the people in Hebrew the Hebrews there were speaking Aramaic. I'm like, what?
Okay, it's not selected real quick because the elder probably said it's in the Maccabees. So I was looking in the
what's in the Maccabees? Judaism? Okay, let me see.
But that's also you got to remember.
Did they print that in there?
Yeah, right. Judaism. All right.
Yeah, just like they printed Esau, where it's supposed to say Assyrian, right?
Well,
but let's look into it though.
But they put Easter.
That's right.
Exactly. So
we have
they
2 Maccabees. 2 Maccabees 2:21, and the manifest signs that came from heaven unto those that behaved themselves manfully to the honor for Judaism, so that being but a few, they overcame the whole country and chased barbarous multitudes. 2 Maccabees 14.
So we know that even the fact that it says Jews, that they put that in there because the letter J didn't exist and prior to that, so we know that they printed that there. And I'm gonna tell you why.
What it is. Also, Esau is a bastard because, like the scriptures say, all things are double. You know, it's the right hand side to everything, left hand side to everything. Judaism, with the suffix ism, just means the state of. So he's talking about keeping the state of being a Jew. Because at this point, you got Israel becoming fucking Greeks. So these men still hold on to the state of being Jews, being Israelites.
To prove you, verse 38 actually encapsulates what you say. For in the
Come,
former times,
and I get that part. Well, go ahead.
For in the former times, when they mingle not themselves with the Gentiles, he has been accused of Judaism, and did boldly jeopard his life and body and life with all vehemency for the religion of the Jews.
Right.
Meaning their laws, their statutes, and their customs, which had nothing to do with actual
Modern
Judaism, which is Babylonian, which is another book. So
you have to, that's why you have to go context.
It was a small gap. He told himself on the Sakari show. He said the difference between Israelites, one's connected to ancient Israel. He said to want to be Jewish, they go by their mother. They follow the religion of the Jews. So they told themselves when that answers.
And you know what, too, brother? They disappeared that definition. Like when you used to be able to Google search it, and it would tell you that don't confuse that Israeli had nothing to do with an ancient Israelite. Right. Don't confuse the two. Yeah. When you look it up, it don't tell you.
It don't come up like that.
It don't come up like
that. Because there's really means since in the modern day state of Israel, Israelite means one connected to ancient Israel.
Yeah, and that's pretty much that definition is gone. Because if you Google search it, it's not going to tell you that.
Wow. That's right. And if you go to the scriptures, right, and you see Galatians 1:13, for ye have heard of my conversation in times past in the Jews' religion, how that beyond measure I persecuted the church of God and wasted it, and profited in the Jews' religion above many.
So now that you said that, all right, and knowing and understanding that according to Benjamin Friedman, an actual Israeli form of Talmudic worshiping person, and he gave the historical context that they didn't start calling themselves Jews until 1775, and that the letter J, was not used in the Bible. So basically, every time we see a J in the modern Bibles, they put it there. They weren't there in the beginning. That's right. That's why you look at the King James, 1611. There's no J's in it. It was always I, because it was Iunis or
Isus.
Or I'm trying to think what they were talking the Jews or the Judeans. It was different ways they pronounce it. I don't speak Greek, so Salaki. All right, but they pronounced it. But it also says that he also wrote in his book that he was the king of the Judeans. He was not the king of the Jews. It never said that. He was the king of the Judeans, because they wrote on his the headstone over him that he was the king, and they wrote it in Greek, Latin, and Hebrew.
That's right.
All right.
If I may add on that verse 14, and profited in the Jews' religion above many my equals in my own nation, being more exceedingly zealous of the traditions of my father, which is going back to the interpretation of what, when you see that in the apocryphal or right here, the Jews' religion is really going to the traditions of our people versus the whole bullshit they got on the Judaism. You go look at modern day Judaism, which will go to the Talmud. You go to the modern day Judaism, which go into the what's the other one they use? It's the Talmud, and then
something.
Right.
Music.
I forgot the other goddamn mud shit. Right?
Hey, look, Isaiah 34:16 clearly tells you that there's no other book to make with the Bible.
Exactly.
Right?
So that's two separate things. But that's how Esau, how slick he is. He'll use little things and make associations, and then claim that then now that's him. That was them.
Always him.
Right.
And it's mad.
What they'll say, well, Moses gave the written law, and then there was the oral law. Well, what the hell is this in the scriptures?
Yeah, where's that coming?
Where's that at? That Yahweh say, here's the written law. Oh, here go the oral law. And during the oral law, what they do, they justify sodomy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a lesson on that.
I know. It's gonna come through the spirit. It's gonna come, and I know too. But but you can just start with the Talmud though. You can start with the so-called Talmud. All right.
It's a Babylonian book.
In Revelations 22, I'll put it up on the screen, says, if anyone, it's actually in the Old and New Testament, all right? I'm gonna go to the one that I can find right away. Revelation 22. It says, if anyone add to these books or take away, here we go, verse
22:18.
18. It says, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add to these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. If any man shall take away from the words of this book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book and add unto the plagues that are written in this book. So if the Lord said from the Yahushua said the prophets prophesied to John from Genesis to Revelations, which includes the Apocrypha, because the Apocrypha is between the so-called Old and New Testaments, then the completion of the scriptures. If you add anything that you call doctrine, historical, or that's supposed to be applied to ancient Israel, or take away, then you're going to get the plagues that's written in the scripture.
That's a law. How you get Old Testament in Deuteronomy 4th chapter, one Proverbs 30 chapter. It says, don't add on to it, take away from his word.
Matter of fact, can I read this one real quick? Malachi 3:6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Old milk, that's that good milk. See, the milk scriptures will kill you, man, because it's really in the scriptures, man.
Hey,
matter of fact, here's
drown with milk, brother.
That's
Drown
right.
with milk.
This is this is Deuteronomy.
We all right?
Slightly, no, I said so slightly.
Oh, okay.
Deuteronomy 4:2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh, your power, which I command you. Because soon as you hold on, I think they're playing on my screen. I got a whole new modem, so I don't know why Satan is playing with the stream. Because Satan must be sick.
Well, the subject matter is real touchy, so you got some issues. The headquarters in YouTube that are watching and monitoring.
Slow down.
And their pussies. Right. And they're very mad right now.
That's right. Because we got one live here that don't catch up. It'll be all right through the spirit. And the brothers got theirs too, so it's all right. But when you add to the Most High or you diminish from the Most High, you change the truth and make it alive. If I take a gallon of ice cream and put one rat turd in it and mix it up, it's defiled. See, I told you they're playing with it, man. And I know they're playing with it. That's a brand new modem, so that's bullshit. And they told me this one's supposed to take care of the speeds that I got. So that's Esau.
Yeah.
Right. So we still.
Right.
I said it, and then they really got offended.
Yes.
They know. Damn.
They know.
But the scripture says he's the prince of the power of the air.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he uses the technology against us, man. There's been evidence of brothers just loading up a video. They didn't finish even uploading the video and they cut the video. All right.
It's gone.
Because Esau was a devil, man. Was that
Overkill.
I'm telling you, that's a brand new modem, and they specifically looked at the count, saw that I have the highest speed available, always had the highest speeds available that they sell.
And they put us right back where we were.
Yeah, exactly, because they know they the devil.
Yeah, that's
They're
okay.
still working on it.
Hey, may the Lord, the people that are there that are pushing these buttons and playing, hey, Shalak Rayam unto you to this night. I hope that when you leave and go to your car that you get mugged. Something bad happens, you get in a car accident and die. You know, I'm gonna be like Dave Chappelle. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you.
It's lucky for the brothers that just coming back on. We have a brand new modem. It hasn't been happening a lot, but this is evidence of Esau to play. They did it again. Soon I said it's evidence of Esau. They did it again.
Yeah, they're angry. Hey, you know what? Fuck y'all, man.
That's up.
Fuck you.
That's it. I ain't no horse you rode either.
And you see, it got 2 bars. Now just went back down on 1 bar. That's Esau, man. You're playing.
There's no reason for that to be happening, especially with all the other cameras.
No, that's what they're doing. Because right now you got people dropping off the feed. That's exactly what they want. They just went down for over 40 people to barely under 40 now. All right. So this is the part. I mean, the brothers, if you have
once again, this is evidence of these unelected officials.
That's right.
All right, they get to rule and control over shit. There's no reason that should be happening.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. So if you see that, just bear with us, and just hang in there.
Yeah, you see, it says the live is choppy.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't choppy when we started. We did a sound check.
The sound is very
Everything
good.
was perfect. It was coming in perfect on all the other brothers' devices.
papaya. I think I need that.
Oh.
All right, but we're gonna keep on going, and I'm saying, Bob, just bear with us on these channels right here.
This is unbearable.
It's unbearable. You can hear it yourself. See, I see something.
Oh.
Anybody else on the line?
Yeah, he says you're buffering. How should I say we're buffering?
Oh, it's still buffering right now as we speak.
He's listening to it. He's listening to it. Sid, come here. Come here. All right. Anybody who's on the Wi-Fi, Bob, for shot, make sure you're not on the Wi-Fi. Hey, Shalom, my brother.
Shalom, brother.
Just bear with us, Bob, for shot. Otherwise, what channel you on?
GMS Scripture today.
We also are live on GMS Scripture of the Day. What are you on?
GMS Skid Row 2. My mistake. GMS Skid Row 2.
So GMS Skid Row 2.
And then which one you on?
Truth hurts the wicked one. All together.
All one word. Truth hurts the wicked one. All right. So just in case, if you need to jump off, if it's too unbearable, Bob Bashar, jump on any one of these other channels, and we're gonna continue to work on it. I went out of my way to go get a new modem, and so far since I got it, has been okay. But now they're acting fool.
Yeah, well, that was some very sensitive information.
Of course.
That's Salakia. No, shit like that makes them mad. You know.
We ain't them peoples.
Yeah.
How dare you say that?
Yeah.
How dare you
tell
tell
them? But that was facts. I mean, they facts are facts. Just like the like the former Jewish guy now turned Christian. Well, he's dead now. Like he said, facts are facts, man. Despite how much they hurt your feelings, a fact is a fact. What you should be angry with, you should be angry at your forefathers for continuing to teach you those and push those lies. Actually, you think about how horrific your end is going to be. It probably would have been a little bit easier for you had you just admitted that the truth about things. All right. I even heard that woman. What's her name? The little Edomite chick could be going in hard on Jane Elliott. And she's an ish too. I didn't know that. But she said that if they told the truth about history, racism wouldn't exist. And I heard her say that. And I'm tripping because I said that in the 6th fucking grade.
God.
All right, that's how long I've been in this fight. Really, trying to bring forth a message of truth, because all my friends in the classroom, every time we got into social studies and history, they shut up, man, because they just wanted to go outside. They, but I had problems with the bullshit that they were telling us, even as a kid, because I saw it. I was like, I'm reading it. And then they would try to make this sweet language, make it nice. Like, it's like, man, you can't take somebody out their house and take their land and make it nice. I don't care how words you word it. Right. They was killing people. They was murdering people. I was saying these people only rich because they stole everything. I was saying that shit in the 6th fucking grade.
I said the same thing. My mom worked at the same school, but she was educated too. And
I was saying it in the 6th grade, man.
They told
and niggas was, man, shut up, man.
One of my teachers, I had called me, had a parent conference with me because my mom worked at the school. So I would do the same thing and challenge all their bullshit. And they had me go into do a meeting with them. And he would say, yeah, he's disruptive, he's doing this, he's doing that. He's always contradicting, he's always challenging. And my mom asked one question: was he right? Well, it's irrelevant. He's disturbing the class. You know what I'm saying? But
like that spirit was on my youngest son too, man. Yada was the same way.
Yeah, we was in a social studies class, and we was reading about how Esau stole the native land. Then Esau started quoting Genesis 1:30, talk about the land is to be messed with. They weren't really there. They were just occupying the land. They didn't really own it, so then they took it.
So what?
They wasn't maximizing the use of the land.
Hold on, so what grade are you in?
7.
So now we have an eye here in the truth talking about what they're doing in 7th grade right now.
Wow.
Right?
They were occupying it. They weren't really there. All right. All right. Let me right behind you.
Just like Richard Pryor, Joe. They asked him why you unlapped people in the house. Oh, they was home.
This is Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? And that's to all them niggas and figures who were screaming, "Shut up!" because they wanted to go to recess.
Right.
This is Job 5:13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the council of the Ford is carry headlong.
Mhm.
That's what they do, man. They use their craftiness to try to make it seem like, oh man, this thing never happened. You know, this is really art. You know, the truth.
Revisionist.
You know, putting up lies and stuff, and this to sweep the truth under the rug.
They glamorized the evil that they did. Remember, it was Manifest Destiny at one point in time, and all this other shit. And now all of a sudden, now that the cloak of the bullshit they didn't put on it has been pulled back, and they see it for the ruthlessness and bullshit that they
what
were.
hide behind this word Judaism? Because why isn't Judaism mentioned when Moses got the laws?
Because he wasn't.
When Joshua made the statement for me and my house, he didn't say we was going to follow Judaism. God knows.
He said the Lord.
All right, exactly. So the Lord, Yahweh, not Hashem, we don't know who that is. We don't know who old great the name is. All right, we know who Yahweh is. He didn't give Judaism to the children of Israel.
I got a precept for you.
Bible can show.
This is Ezekiel 37 and 19. Saying to them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand, and the sticks that are on thy right shall be in thy hand before their eyes. And says to them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, where they have been gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all, not a prime minister. One king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. End of the day, even when we refer to as the Jews, talking about the three nations, that was part of the curses. All right, because we're the 12 tribes of Israel. We're the one nation of Yasharallah.
That's
All
right.
right. So Judaism, even the Maccabees, them referring to as Judaism, that's part of the curses, man. All right, because we're one nation called the 12 tribes of Yasharallah.
Looking to be
All right,
reunited.
and the Lord said He's going to bring us back together as one nation. Isaiah 11 it says, "Judah should not vex Ephraim, Ephraim should not envy Judah." All right, we're one nation, man. We are the Israelites, man, not Jews.
That's right.
That's madness.
That's right, brother. Because Judaism goes back to the word Judah, so to imply that would mean that everybody Judah. But only now, if you imply that, what group of people right now claim to be the ancient people of the Holy Land, and what do they refer to themselves as? One tribe. Then where is Ephraim? All right, where is Manasseh? Where is God? Right?
They don't have to be there.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then even then, this is how shit get messy. The Most High said He's not an author of confusion, man.
All right, let me read one more. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, not a prime minister. All right. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they shall all have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments, not having
The Talmud is not His judgments.
That's right. We ain't gonna have no fucking gay parade in the land of Israel, man.
No, you fake believe.
Right.
Yeah, and then they heavy smokers too.
Yep.
Israelis are heavy. They are heavy smokers and heavy drug. They do a lot of drugs, man.
They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. And they shall go to the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant. Y'all don't even got the whole land.
That's right.
All right.
And they're sharing a land with so-called Palestinians that you gotta fight with and war with, and you're supposed to be in your blessed kingdom.
They sharing that land with a multitude of heathens.
That's true.
They got Gooks over there. All right. They got fucking Ethiopians over there.
Hamites.
Yeah.
Again. Say it too much.
And they shall dwell in the land that I have given to Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And the land of Israel is actually massive, man. Yes. They shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. I will place them and multiply them. Y'all numbers a little short over there, man. Y'all ain't multiplying. And will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forever.
Hey,
where is the Lord at in the land? When we get set up, guess what? Our Lord is going to be there. It says the sun should not be a light for thee anymore. The Lord is going to be our reward. All right, we're going to always have that star, that chariot above us in the land. All right, it said in Revelation, the Lord shall dwell, the tabernacle of men. He should dwell amongst men. All right, Jeremiah 3, they gonna say no more with the Ark of the Covenant. We're gonna have the Lord right there.
That's right, brother. That's right.
We're gonna drink wine when Yahweh shine in the kingdom. You motherfuckers are weak, man.
I would have backed
Y'all
you.
can't even grow grapes. Y'all gotta set up irrigation system to grow some fucking grapes, nigga.
That's right.
That's the land of milk and honey, bitch.
Can do export and import shit.
Business.
They're one of the biggest importers of everything because the Lord has put a curse on that land since they took it over. And for the record, you see this true map, true scale of the map of the world, show how really big things are. You see, you can put the America and damn near South America almost in Africa. That's how big it is. And right next to it is what?
That whole landmass right there.
Right. This one here will be Israel. It's way bigger than what you think it is. It's how they show it in modern day maps is not what it is. And the Lord said He's going to add into our land. All right. We're going to have all the Edom that was south of us. Okay. And then we're the Israelites. Technically, everywhere we step is ours anyway. That's why you're going to pay tribute to us in the goddamn
The meek shall inherit the
Yeah,
earth.
it's
what?
amazing. You could damn near get South America and America into Africa, into that area. You know, that's how because that was the ancient world.
Right.
That's how you know that the Israelites came to a place where never mankind had dwelt. The whole ancient world, put the finger on it. That was the whole ancient world right there. All right, you can go over to the east too. All right, that was the ancient world. You know, and Asia, and Europe as well. That was the ancient world. All right, the Israelites came over to there.
Yep, the end of the earth.
Right, they came over to the other side of the earth. Exactly.
That's the other side.
Okay, but yeah, and another thing, just to land back on what he said, and let y'all get that scripture. As far as the Israelis being weak, man, I know I've had a lot of Israeli and Jewish clients over the last 20 years, and they all have problems having children.
God.
All right, and most of the women, especially in these last 10 years or so, they all were getting pregnant with in vitro. All right, they couldn't, their husbands couldn't even get them pregnant, man. Jody, you want to have a go baby? Just go fuck a Jake. You just be pregnant.
Don't kiss me from my
because you know what? According to you, as long as the mother's Jewish, your baby's Jewish anyway. So,
So it don't matter if you get Jake stroke out.
I got this Psalms 37 and 11. It says, "The meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace." And so we understand now that that's over in the land right now, calling themselves the special chosen children, are not the meek, you know, because it says, when the meek inherit the earth, they shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. You see, no more wars, no more, matter of fact, it would be no more, nobody would be saying, nobody else could claim to be the Israelites when the Israelites are in rulership.
That's
And y'all, you say they be in a abundance, right?
Abundance of peace, yeah.
Okay. Well, in that abundance of peace, the scripture also says that the gates will be open and all the ones will be brought to them too, right? So they wouldn't be a welfare state.
Yeah. How you got over here nowadays? You will see at 11 o'clock at night, and then you see a commercial of some so-called Jewish white old lady and shawl and sitting there like this and hammering with the looking for the food.
why don't they go to these rich ass Jewish neighborhoods? Right here in America. Why don't you show these gated communities here in Chicago?
That's it.
Right, with all the you go to the Gold Coast. Just go. You ain't got to go to Glen Coast. You ain't got to go that far. Just go to the Gold Coast and go to Lincoln Park. All right, certain parts of Lincoln Park, man.
Yeah.
I got one back, Elder Brother. This is Isaiah 60 and 12. For the nation and kingdom that was not served, he shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Look, when Israel is ruling, man, and like it says, a dog shall not move his tongue. Ain't gonna be nobody scoffing Israel, man. Nobody gonna be able to talk shit. We ain't gonna have to come up with a phrase. Y'all anti-some, y'all anti this. No, we ain't gonna have to do all that, man. You're gonna be touched. All right? By the Holy Spirit.
I knew where y'all was going.
Yeah, I mean, and then here they supposed to be the land. Look, the scriptures clearly say. Matter of fact, pull up Israeli Galil, and then after that, pull up Israeli weapons manufacturers. Because the scriptures
Right,
say that when the
Iron
children,
Dome.
when the
That's
children
right.
of Israel go home, there's gonna be no more weapons, man. Israelis manufacture a lot of weapons, man, a lot of rifles and a lot of weapons of war, weapons that look at that Israeli Galil assault weapon. Matter of fact, you got American military people that brag on these weapons, man. So these are some of the most dangerous and effective killing.
Hey, you saw that? That thing said it could switch from 5.56 to 7.62.
That's
You see what
right.
I
That
mean?
shit crazy.
You see what I mean?
That's
So
some
these
technology right there.
Galils ain't no fucking joke, man. All right, these are some serious fucking weapons. But the point being, that the scripture says there'll be no more weapons when the children of Israel go. And this is just one of their weapons.
That's crazy. They can use both of them different
Hey,
sides.
exactly. So that means that it don't matter whether or not you grab a 16 or a 60. You can take that ammo and load it up and use it. It don't matter.
Hey, ready.
This is Isaiah 2:4, and he shall judge amongst the
You
nations.
started on one.
Baba Kushar, no problem. Let me get there real quick. This is Isaiah.
You see what the Spirit do? Because this was supposed to be about something else.
The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw, but it's actually still the same because guess who's running America?
This
The
is
small
true.
hats.
Well, yeah, the Americans
Unelected
called.
officials.
Yes,
Right.
Because the Prime Minister of Israel is running America.
That's
Yeah,
it.
You best not believe it. And his handlers that are running him.
Yeah, America's called the beauty of the Chaldees. The Chaldees were the Babylonian wise men.
Come on,
So
man.
there's wise men behind the scene actually running what you call Babylon, aka America. All right, it said go to your astrologers, your prognosticators, all that. That's these high level warlocks, man, on the left hand side, man. That's who really running this shit. Hey, look, you gotta ask yourself: was George Bush Jr. really running shit?
Hell no. It's Dementia Joe.
Right.
He got dementia.
This
Dementia Joe.
You don't even remember the damn walk off the stage to the left.
It's one clip I saw the other day. It's one clip I saw the other day, and the Secret Service is like, it's coming right here this way. And then the Secret Service did like this and pointed and started walking. He following him the whole other way. And he said, no, he fucked up again.
Did you know that the Uzi was Israeli made?
Perfect.
Did y'all know that the famous
Uzi.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, I'm
How did they get up in you niggas' neighborhood?
Right, exactly. How did so many niggas get Uzis and shooting each other up and
All of them is
Bloods and Crips and shooting each other down?
with
Right,
Uzi.
and it was because it was by an Israeli designer named Uziel Gal.
Oh
Uziel Gal.
Uzi.
So it's named after him. So
Uzi.
these people are and Esau's blessing was what? Can somebody get that?
Yeah.
Genesis 27.
Oh,
40.
shit.
Now, while you get now, I'm going to get Isaiah 2:1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the tops of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow to it. And many people shall go and say, come, let us go to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
What nations are coming to you, Israelis, for counsel and guidance and righteousness, man? It's not happening.
That's right.
Period.
That's right. And he shall judge amongst the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords, the Uzi verts, all right? They got them Galils, and whatever the hell else they got.
The Iron Dome.
The Iron Dome, the missile defense systems, right, which is their swords.
All those weapons have a fix for a bayonet on them too. They have so these are complete weapons of death.
That's right.
All right, they got fixed. They if you look at that,
Knife, yeah, all got knife. Yep.
Then those are fitted for the bayonet to slide right on it.
Yeah.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And right now we got Ukraine and so-called Russia going at it. You got over there India and China going at it. You got Taiwan and China going at it.
That's
You
right.
got America fucking with Taiwan, which pissing off China. You got Japan, man, and Russia. You got all this other shit going on everywhere. It's nothing. The battle of Armageddon. And everything is mounting up. It's like you said earlier before the show. It's one catalyst that's going to knock all the dominoes down.
We're one event away at this point. One event is going to trigger everything, and don't forget the CBDC.
And that's the event.
That's
At
it.
the end of the day, All these countries put their trust into the American economy, the American dollar, and what these elites are telling you is, we're going to destroy that economy, we're going to destroy that dollar to get to the next step. They're going to be livid, man.
Yeah.
Because their citizens going to uprise.
Your bank account's going to disappear.
Yeah.
And if you got a huge bank account, it's going to be turned a lot smaller. So the American citizens are going. That's why they didn't pass that law on the downgrade of weapons here in America, of magazine capacities here in America. Well, at least here in Illinois, and they're trying to pass that around about everywhere. But yeah, because if any of you out there who don't know, any sidearm or weapon like the ones you're looking at on the screen that has more than a 20 round capacity will be you won't be able to have it. You won't be able to buy it.
20 rounds?
20 rounds, brother.
Damn. I thought it was okay.
Anything? I'm sorry. 12. I'm sorry. I meant to say 12.
12.
Anything over 12.
Okay.
Anything over 12.
Anything over 12.
So even if you're licensed to carry a firearm on a daily basis, if you
12
have that, you
rounds
can't carry. You won't be able to carry anything over 12, and that's going to cause a lot of mess with Americans too.
Yeah, because motherfuckers gonna get
because they're going to stop selling the 20 and 25 and all that whole sort of thing. They're going to stop selling firearms, a handgun that you can actually put in a clip that has more than 12 rounds in it, and so the people who don't have them, you ain't never going to get them if you don't have them already, and it's going to be illegal to carry them if you do have them.
So they will confiscate when they come across.
And then you're gonna lose your fire your license, and now you're gonna be done because you said it's a felony now.
So basically, if you have the license to carry to carry, all right. When that because the law's been the bill's been passed, the law hasn't gone into effect yet. Probably won't go into effect until maybe June or after. So you're looking at a good 6 months or more before that happens. So the meaning being is that they want to reduce the firepower capacity for the citizens, because they get ready to come against the citizens.
That's right.
Because it's not legal gun owners that are running around shooting up shit and jacking people. All right? It's not. Okay? It's all these firearms that the authorities put on the streets illegally, right? Which they don't want to admit that they do it, but they do it.
Look, that's a whole. You can go on YouTube and go and type in Vice Ghost Guns, and they doing these fucking interviews with these niggas making ghost guns down in South America.
3D.
How can Vice find these criminals, but law enforcement cannot?
Vice ain't make it here, but right through law enforcement.
Right? How to get all the way up to the states? Like how? But Vice can find them. How is Vice finding all these?
To a pants sagging asshole on the south side,
right,
or the west side.
Madness, man.
Dude can't even pull it. Every time he fires gun, his pants fall down. He's trying to hold his pants up. Probably why they missing everything, shooting all wrong.
Shooting all wrong people. That's right.
This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and hath made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, that democracy wine, ideology wine, that homosexual wine, that war wine, that make missiles and all this other shit wine for to subjugate the Israelites and keep them under their foot wine, all that shit. Therefore, the nations are mad.
The causing of accidents.
Yes.
Right? With all these horrible accidents that are happening all over the place.
Perfect. You know, so this place is done. That's why it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. They're playing with this pain. If so be she may be healed. When all these nations, people have taken your juice, your Babylonian juice, and just been going for it to try to take care of their own. But you see more and more, like we saw in the riots over there in France, riots over there in Bolivia. That's if we go. I can pull up the map. I'm gonna look it up after I finish. There's riots going on all kind of places that have been on for the last years, amounting more and more and more and more. Never in my life, and I'm almost 50, have I seen riots on this scale. You'll see a riot once in a blue moon.
And like Benji said, and because of that proxy war over there, to get everything started in Ukraine, they're bringing all these Ukrainian citizens, most of them being small hatters, right, over here to America and housing them, giving them houses and cars, right. Meanwhile, they putting the Esau turning on Eve. He putting the nigger woman out in the streets now.
I just
taking away her housing and shit.
I just put in images for riot maps of the world.
Damn.
Because it's not what I'm telling
That's
you.
insane.
They don't tell you.
That's
the
insane.
truth.
That all those red dots are riots around the world.
This is riots around the world. They don't. There's a media blackout of the truth. That sounds like a good lesson for somebody. There's a media blackout of the truth. All right. This riot's always going on, man. Now this goes back to 2015. Okay. I can go. It's a website that keeps a track of all the whatever's going on.
I got to put up early. They ain't updated this since December 6th. And Global Pro it's Carnegie Endowment, yeah.
Carnegie Endowment.
Yeah.
Carnegie.
And I put it on active.
Carnegie Mellon, or is it
Carnegie Endowment. Carnegie Endowment. CRNEGIE.
Endowment for International
Endowment
Peace?
for International.
Endowment.
Yeah, for international peace. There it is.
.org.
Okay, .org. Okay, so let me. I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna get it. See, that's
.org.
No, I got you, brother. I'm fixing to have it space there. There we go. All right. And Esau he wants to be as if he's God, so he keeps track of everything. That's why he put the cameras everywhere, to go into your phones, your laptops, your anything that's going up to the net.
Then he can break into your phone too.
Oh
yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Break
He's
into your
behind a
smart
lot of this.
TVs on.
Hey, I've been watching a lot of these shows, man. They were showing you
Where to go into?
how the crooked ass CIA. Because I don't know if you're aware of the CIA are the ones that coined the phrase conspiracy theory.
Yep.
If you didn't know it, and then 60 years later, come to find out that it's a proven fact. It's not a conspiracy. It's a proven fact that the CIA was involved with the assassination of President Kennedy. But all the people involved are now dead. That's why they made it, because they made sure that everyone will be old and dead and gone. So you can't put it on the agency because all those people that were involved were dead. But it's just so funny that the very agency that coined the phrase conspiracy theory actually murdered the president.
Right, and they trying to paint the narrative as if they just knew or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But, right, we know what it really is.
Yeah, we know what it is.
You watch that video.
Yeah, he got shot from 2 different directions.
That driver shot his ass.
I mean, so
turned around.
Yeah, it was
Hey, that's why she tried. That's why
that
she
makes
tried.
sense why she was crawling away.
Exactly. That's why she tried to go out.
Yeah.
She turned around, tried to go out off the back of the car. You motherfucker! You just seriously? She tried to crawl away from the fucking driver.
And you know what? She shut her mouth and never talked about it.
She didn't want to say nothing else.
Hey, but they knew why, because when the son John got of age, that magazine he did was named George after Bush, in that scenario. He knew who it was. But, and that's why he never went into politics. But as they say, they show you they fingerprint on shit. Why? Because the Iron Man at the end of it, they said what happened to Obadiah, right? That was the name of the villain. He said he's going to have had an airplane crash, which is how John died. So they put their fingerprints on it. So can you connect the dots? Is the question. Yeah, well, the scriptures show us we go connect the dots. You playing big games, huh?
There you go. It's okay because we patient, bro. We the sons of the Heavenly Father. We follow the Lord, man. All right, and he brings, like the scripture says, he's going to bring everything to light. All right, the Most High is going to bring it to light. So what says over 400?
I'm just pulling up.
All right, I'm just going to scroll down.
You go also. You know, active. The map is right.
Here active.
Here active.
Come down.
All right, Salaki.
Right there was it active.
The map is loading up too.
Okay, so
it's loading up. Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. So this is active. This is the one that's now.
That's all.
That's all.
You got it active. Yeah.
Oh, active for okay. Oh, okay.
Now remember that said it ain't been updated since December 6th.
All right, so now that one's gonna load. You'll see it when it pop up on the screen.
Hey, there's a list under it. It shows a list too.
God, and there you go. Now this is what's going on right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
so
6,
calm
7,
down
8,
a little
9,
bit on
10,
the right.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's over.
And it don't got the new ones that started after the 6th of December.
Right. So this is over 30. This is basically
dumbass Americans are getting fucked over. All right, they family members and friends are dying of accidents, but they ain't rioting. You see, Americans are so docile and stupid, man. Collectively, they really are, man.
That's 23 active riots that was back in December. What? Early December. All right. And so that let me know this is uproars of the people, man. People are not happy, bro.
Worldwide, and you still got floods and all kind of and earthquakes in diverse places, all kind of crazy weather shit happening around the world too.
That's it. This is your evidence of democracy in action.
Animals changing their places, all kind of weird ass animal attacks. You know, we all heard of, what was that about a month ago when the crocodile bit the head off of the 8-year-old, and swam away with his body, and his whole family witnessed it.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, crocodile. We was used for alligator bait, huh?
That's right. And see, the Lord said, render unto them double. Y'all ain't even seen what the Most High got in store for the retribution. And Lord said, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. He said, render unto them double for all the wickedness and the persecutions and tribulations and afflictions that you put on the Hebrew Israelites and what you put on the earth and on the world, on the animals, the birds. He said, the earth mourneth. How's the earth mourning? Because you've been fucking it up.
Yeah.
When
you see thousands.
I was just say, scripture say, it's going to return upon your own head.
That's it.
We see thousands of sea creatures beaching themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't take it anymore. I really just die up here.
Hundreds of dolphins just swim up onto the shore. Sharks swimming up onto the shore. Whole schools of big ass whales just swimming up onto the shore, man. They didn't get up on the shore on accident.
Right.
They went up on the shore on purpose, man. Because they want to give up the goats because they're in pain because they're swimming in such filth. You got to think if water is the way you breathe and the water is fully polluted, when you swim through it, all kind of toxins and shit, you just in so much pain, right?
It's like you walking. It's like you trying to walk through tear gas.
You know, so they go beach themselves.
That's
you know,
it.
and then Esau cruel ass trying to push them back into the water. It's like we gotta save them. They all trying to shove them back into. They're like, no, man, we trying to get out of that shit.
That's it. Yeah, when you think about it like that, like you said, when you got gills and whatnot, it's like us trying to walk through a room with tear gas and shit going.
I mean, it's unbearable. I'm gonna show you some images right now. Right? You have a plastic.
Look at that shit.
You got a plastic landmass is bigger than the size of Texas. On the west coast. Okay. You have coral reefs. This is your result of democracy. You have coral reefs that are dying, which kill whole ecosystems underneath the sea. Okay,
Right.
This is the look at this. This is the bottom of the floor in certain places. Look at that shit, man. And you got to remember that these things are different metals. These things are different chemicals.
And then they remove all the things that can clean up the bacteria and shit.
Yeah,
that's in
shrimp.
Because they harvest the shrimp out, they harvest the catfish, they harvest the lobster, they harvest the crabs, they harvest the clams. Ever since Gordon Ramsay talked about scallops, the scallops are out. They harvest the scallops, they harvest every goddamn fucking thing. They're supposed to clean this shit.
Exactly. And matter of fact, I just saw, I believe it was the brother Yahweh, Kazak Yahweh sent me an article, and I opened it up, and it was talking about shrimp being found with all full of cocaine.
Yeah, and fentanyl and all kind of
God damn.
Yeah, they were testing the shrimp, and all the shrimp had cocaine in them.
You know it's crazy that
I'm
you
like,
say
what the
that.
fuck? So this is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and that wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, will wait and please, Lord. And to the saints, all right, and to them that fear the name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth.
Come on, brother. Look at this, man.
Yeah,
See, you
come on.
Right, then also Turkish had herpes.
Oh yeah.
herpes.
Yeah, herpes. And Wallace had syphilis. He saw this fucking shit up. Hey, even just the fact that capitalism is a piece of shit. Let's check it out. They was doing the fur trapping was big business. They took those beavers down to South America, man. Those beavers don't got no natural predators down there. So now that the fur trapping business ain't as big like it was, all right, those beavers, they just fucking shit up down there, man. All right, they fucking up whole ecosystem. Esau just fuck shit up, man. Like they bring, I forget what fish it was they got from Japanese.
The carp. They carp. That carp. And then some of these waterways here in the Chicagoland
Yeah,
area.
I caught a carp when I was a kid. About big as my leg. He was big as fuck.
Yeah, that Asian carp is an aggressive ass fish. And they showed it where a guy was riding through it in a motorboat.
Oh yeah, they were jumping.
They was jumping aggressively at the damn boat. It's like, get your ass up out of here.
Damn gangbanging.
Gangbanging fish.
Nigga, what you is?
Because he saw he knows
What school you with?
he knows he knows that the Lord not he's destroying the earth. He's doing all this out of spite, man, because you know the Lord not dealing with his ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right, Elder. That dude, Esau really is on some. If I can't have it,
nobody can.
He's on that, man. You know how when his wife leave him and he go home and shoot her, the kids and everybody else.
Right.
One nigga that crashed his Tesla off the bridge with his wife and kids.
I know. I'm looking at it. This is crazy.
I got a precept for you. This Jeremiah 12
and 2 tires in it too.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, diver takes on underwater pollution. Let me try to help.
Nigga, please. Jeremiah 12:4. How long shall the land mourn, and the earth and every field wither, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein? The beasts are consumed, and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end. That's what Esau at right now. He like, man, nobody gonna see us go down, man. We taking everything down.
Exactly.
You know, they got that Nino Brown spirit, man. They taking everything down. CMB is bigger than Nino Brown.
But back on what you were saying about that shrimp, because it happened here at the job. This Latina was fucking cooking up or warming up some shrimp or whatever the case might be. And the people, like I said, we kind of hooked together and whatnot. And the people that was in the other room, a couple of Edomites that was in the other room, asked one of the Edomite male asked the Edomite female, did you burp or something? She was like, no. So she left. And when she came in, I went in. I was like, I went to the bathroom. I came back. I was like, damn, what's that? That stink like that? Okay. She was like, shrimp. I'm like, she said, you don't like shrimp? I said, I don't like stink on no level. Okay. This, that, and the other. Come to find out, and the reason I'm recapping it now is because the day it was all brought back to me and whatnot. The guy was literally told me, he said, when you said that, we was in a room and whatnot, and basically this Mexican that they think everybody they laughing at us. You cooked up and warmed up and ate that shit that stunk like that. That shit smelled like vomit.
Oh yeah, fentanyl don't do good in the microwave apparently. Yeah, the gum ain't mentioned that shrimp. Fentanyl shrimp.
It's funny. I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even think about shit like this. But here's a little a picture of how the ships get. Commercial ships with the big cargos with the big truck tank liners. They have thousands and thousands. They got the sonar. You got these security vessels. You got the other vessels that's all the sonar. That all the whales and so many different animals operate off the sonar, so it's disrupting them and fucking driving them crazy. All right, yeah, these
might be another reason why they beat
you. That's what you think about it. Because I didn't even think about it because you think about they eat one of those things. They can have emissions of fucking oils. They know how many tankers throw oils in the sea, pollutions in the sea, human waste and all kind of other waste out into the oceans and the seas that vexes the creatures. But then you got these magnet, just like 5G, and it fucks with us. You got shit that fuck with the animals that's underneath. That's why we need Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
Like
this is pure D hell.
Like you're right. Like you said, the whales, sharks work on that. Dolphins work off of that. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Matthew 24:22. And the scriptures are manifold. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Everything will be done for, man. If Esau kept stayed in rulership, nothing to be here, man. Esau, Wisdom Solomon 2 tells us his mentality. Let us speedily use the earth that they're not using it. They don't give up. They want to use it while they can, man. They want to take it all down.
Just like in
They don't want to leave it to nobody else.
You know that cartoon on YouTube, Man. And
Oh
whatnot.
yeah.
That cartoon Man and whatnot, where he comes out and just starts destroying everything and fucking everything up. What you got?
This
Wait, read it.
This John 10:10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundant.
God, and you know Esau saying, you know what is funny because what was I talking about? I don't know. Was I talking about on the live or before we went live about the dude eating the dude's face?
You mentioned it live too.
Okay. And then all of a sudden this came on the feed. We've been warning you it will be a time like that before. Cannibalism is coming back. Right.
Wow.
And the crazy thing is too is that I finally finished season 11 of the last series of The Walking Dead just this morning.
Wow.
So it's just too many coincidences. A lot of things are getting ready to happen, man.
That's right.
You know, a lot of things. Oh yeah, that movie. Yeah, brother.
What movie?
That Bone and All. It's called Bone and All.
Bone and All.
Yeah, and no, I think it's still in the theaters right now.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna be like clear.
But it's literally it's called Bone and All, and so you figure it out.
Hey,
Wow.
Yeah.
according to Forbes, scientists estimate about 70 to 90% of all coral reefs will disappear over the next 20 years.
So that means that's letting you. So that within itself,
Nah, we almost have
if that will let you know right there that the Lord has to be on his way.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Because the Lord's not going to allow His precious creation to just disappear,
got it.
right? And then we all saw that area in Thailand where remember that movie Leo DiCaprio was in? I think it was called White Beach or The Beach.
the beach.
Right. That they that overused tourist sites, tourist location attraction. When the big fake sea thing hit, little skip. Nah, brother, it was a beach movie. But when the sea pandemic hit, right? Yeah, it was looked like that, White and Dead. It was like that.
Yeah, that's dead on right.
But after over a year of people not coming, it actually came back and healed itself.
Right.
Damn.
So we know the Lord is going, and the earth is going to heal itself. And the earth is a spirit too, has a vibration. And the Lord is not. I mean, and the earth is not bearing its full fruit right now. It's full strength. It's not going to do that for these Edomites.
Look at this before.
Right.
That's why they keep introducing more and more drugs and more GMO foods because they're trying to make up for what they fucked up.
Right. That was the whole thing that happened when they slapped them sanctions on Russia beginning of last year. They were talking about fertilizer because the earth don't grow crops and shit for these motherfuckers are fertilizer. I believe in Sri Lanka they tried to get off of it and they did it. They didn't get no fucking yield, man. All right.
So yeah, God. So the earth is really in rebellion against them as well, man, because the earth is not being controlled by its true owners, which is us.
And it's
All right. We're walking. Look, they got us paying rent on our own country, man. We're paying for our own water and paying for our own wood. All right. If somebody can grab that scripture. We're paying for our own water and our own wood right now, man. All right. That's what's up. Especially if you on the shores here in America, man. All right. Especially if you're indigenous to America.
On earth,
you know, you paying for your own shit, man. The evidence. I always say it, man. The evidence that you have, the fact that you have vitamin shop, that you have health food stores that are full of vitamins and essential minerals and things like that is evidence of nothing but pure butt fuckery of the so-called white man, because you shouldn't have to go to a Jewel's and then have all this food and then have a vitamin C,
vitamin D.
You shouldn't have to go buy vitamin D, E, K, B and all that. Because it should be in your fruit, it should be in your vegetables, it should be in your meat.
Yeah.
These people are messing, they're destroying the earth, man.
You're the devil.
I got a precept for you real quick. Yeah, this is First Maccabees 3, and I'm gonna start at 28. He opened also his treasure and gave his soldiers pay. This is talking Antiochus. He opened also his treasure and gave his soldiers pay for a year, commanding them to be ready whensoever he should need them. Nevertheless, when he saw that the money of his treasures failed, and that the tributes in the country were small because of the decision and plague which he had brought upon the land and taken away the laws which had been of old time. So when Esau got in power, the first chapter of this book tells us evils was increased. We increased those evils, even though the heathens don't keep the laws, statutes, commandments, like the totality of it. They had certain things that they held on to that was passed down from Noah. All right, they had some sense. The proof is they don't have to commit adultery. We got that with Abraham. The king, the Hamite king, didn't want to fuck Abraham. Why? So why you tell me? Why you bring this plague upon me? So Esau came to get rid of all that, and now the land don't yield its increase like it should, man. I forget the number of minerals that's supposed to be in the soil.
52.
The water. The water. No, we watched it together. I remember. It was me and you. And then now the soil got like 4 or 5 minerals. You remember how much it was now? It went from 52 to less than fucking 6 minerals.
And that's what they're not observing the land Sabbath. They don't observe the land Sabbath. They put these chemtrails
and wickedness.
Yes.
Look, adultery,
Yes.
whoredoms,
Yes.
sodomy.
Yes.
The earth is made off of spiritualness, man. It was made off the word of the Lord.
That's
So,
right.
well, the right saying is true too. They took away the land Sabbath. That's all, but the reason behind it is spiritual.
Wow.
Esau really, it said that the plague increased because it took away them laws, man. So the earth is doing it. Sri Lanka, they up there, big moles too, man. And I ain't talking about Blackstones, man. All right, holes, man. All right. Then they ass over there going through it. The land wouldn't even. They said we got to get off this fucking fertilizer. They did the experiment. They can't. The world needs that shit, literally.
Wow, that's nuts, man. So you mean to tell me that there were 52 minerals in the soil, and now there's only 4. So every time a carrot comes out of there, a potato comes out of there. That's why. So is that why?
That's why you gotta go get.
I was watching. Oh, I wasn't watching. I was listening to it. I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and he has some nutritionists on there, and the nutritionist said something to the effect that it would take 6 oranges to equal what one orange would be like 40, 50 years ago.
And the size, the strength.
That's wild.
He said, yeah, just to get the same nourishment from an orange that you ate 40 plus years ago, it would take 6 oranges to do that today.
Yeah.
But
So if that ain't evidence, they did that other study when they said that a 17-year-old male, so you think you studly, all right? A 17-year-old male has the testosterone levels of a 70-year-old man from the 80s.
Damn.
From like 1981.
That's fucked up. Man.
And then they put an article out recently talking about the new generation ain't having sex no more. They said it's because of the technology. Everybody's on their phone and shit. No,
they killing their sex drive. They killing their sex drive with all these chemicals and shit.
Yep.
All right, they killing because they don't want you to be from multiply.
Yeah, like
GMO, baby.
They try to, outside of vaccinates, they trying to control the population any way that they can, man.
Yeah, like
right.
my OG used to say when she was a little girl, mom have a bowl of fruit on the table. Yeah, have a sweet scent smell to the whole house, man. You can't do that. Have a bowl of fruit on the table. You don't smell shit.
When you in the grocery store, the produce aisle
don't have no smell like
It
that.
don't smell like fruit. You can smell all the fruits, the veg, all that.
I cut this years ago. I cut an apple for my daughter, and she ate like half the apple. I left the other apple and forgot about the apple and left it up there. Instead of it, when I was a kid, when that happened, within hours, the inside not only gets brown, but it gets brown and grainy and starts to decay.
Yeah.
It gets leathery now.
Right.
It gets leathery now, and it will stay there, just like the bitch who had the McDonald's and put it into a closet and had that bitch for years, and it didn't decay. When you put chemicals in this shit, like the chemicals on your car,
Damn, the ants didn't even go eat.
No, they don't want it.
Yeah.
And then, that's
they went march.
Now you gonna
march away.
You know what? Certain foods I'll go get and eat and make and whatever, and I'll go eat in my room. My cats come like, "Ooh, what you got?" And then if it's real good shit, they'll get it and they'll eat it. Majority of the times, I'll have something that's like, "Oh, I'm good. It's meat.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be cheese. It's supposed to be whatever." And he's like, "Nah, I'm good." That never ever happened. I had cats all my life. And as soon as you put any kind of motherfucking piece of meat out there, they will be like,
Yeah.
When a cat say, "I'm God," ain't me.
That's true.
Oh yeah, got some real quick. This Job 12:7. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee, man. So that's just based off you said, that showed you that's bullshit. The fact that your cat didn't want the shit. That was what you said.
And a bunch of stuff, because I'll see my daughter trying to feed. I'm like, I don't feed cats. You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes I start watching. Sometimes they're like, no, I'm straight. No cat would ever say I'm straight on some motherfucking media. Matter of fact, when Granddad gave my dog the T-bone steak, he went him and went and kill it. You know what I'm saying? He messed with the bone right now.
He's still gnawing on that bone.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it's real, they gonna want it. You know what I'm saying? And even these the birds, I got the chickens in the back, and I went to another spot to give them. They got the feed that you get from Walmart with this that same bullshit ass feed. When I bought them a bag of the stuff that I get from this organic joint in the white man neighborhood over there by Bedford Park, where I was working
lost their mind on that shit.
Boy, they lost their mind. Yeah. It was a whole different. I mean, as soon as they came out, oh, motherfucker, this shit. You know what I'm saying? They always do the same thing when they could eat it, but it was a different spirit, it's a different energy because that shit was real. It was seeds, it was goddamn it, different pieces of the plants and so forth. It was a natural shit that they would get in their habitat versus this compounded.
Mainly grains and fillers. That's what Esau loved.
That's what
force feed your animals, even your cows. That's why, look, people stop eating red meat to get healthy, which that's cool because you're not happy to Daniel. But the problem ain't the red meat. The problem is they feed the damn cows grain and shit like that. So now it's high omega-6, which you get too much omega-6, now you inflame. As opposed to when the cow eat the grass, they high on omega-3s, which balance out the omega-6, which you take away the inflammation, which is a healthy brain fat. You eat walnuts, cashews, those things, even fatty like salmon. Like wild caught salmon is high on omega-3s. That's why they call it brain food. So they done took the damn shit from the cow, made them eat this other shit, now they feel omega-6. And now we getting fucked up. Your brain fucked up. You ain't getting no fat in your head. Fat ain't supposed to be good. So now you ain't got it, man. You a bunch of bird brains.
He said, the people, the fat is supposed to be what gives you that shine. It gives you that glow. Yeah. All right. So we're malnourished. Even Esau said that the people are malnourished. The everything.
I don't. You know, testosterone. A 17-year-old having a testosterone.
That's why they said
in 1981. They said ain't evidence enough that we malnutrition.
So they said that average American is vitamin C deficient.
D2.
Yeah.
D2. That's one of the reasons why people are so sick. Well, go ahead and bring out that scripture, El Corral. We're gonna make that the last one.
Con. Oh, you want me to read the
whatever scripture you have?
This because you want a profitable ruler, so Lord got to take your ass out, man, and put the meat in their stead, man. That's gonna keep the laws, upheld the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh by Shemi Al-Shai.
And unlike and the world will heal itself in the process.
That's it. Unlike your red likes having that.
It's like this to say the earth. First of all, how you when you back in the ancient world, the Lord said, "Do when someone die, you put them in the ground." He didn't say go make a hole, make a cement barrier, put them inside of a casket, and then seal and lock that up. So now the body can't go back and decay and go back and revitalize the earth. They didn't say go put a whole bunch of this or put a whole bunch of that. They rob the earth and they rob nature of everything. That's why one of the first things is going to happen in the kingdom when the Most High comes.
Should be no dead, dying trees in the graveyard.
Come on, bro.
Absolutely.
And so that's why the continual employment is going to be burying these dead bodies. And guess what? It ain't going to be in no goddamn plastic bag, covered in lime, covered in cement and wooden boxes.
Ain't going to be no more plastic.
Come on, bro. Ain't going to be no motherfucking more plastic. That's the next. Bro, you can make they used to travel leather blessed pouches, man.
You know what's fucked up? When Fatburger was on 95th, they advertised that they had the plastic cups made out of corn. The cups technically was edible. I don't know why Esau insists. Well, say the devil. I know why actually. They insist on using this chemical plastic. They can make plastic from corn, which actually biodegrades, which means it's okay.
Which means if you left it on the ground, the ants will come make it disappear.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
be
corn.
The ants will
And of
come
course, that
and eat it,
business failed.
and they will shit, and they will
Feed the whole everything.
The cycle the cycle will go back around. But that's why they over there in Israel now and whatnot. They can't even plant trees and shit.
Yeah,
they got
import everything.
They got to import all that shit, man.
I got scripture. What's going to happen when the Lord finally takes this devil out of power? It's Isaiah 14:5. It says, "The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in wrath and anger, is persecuted and none hindered."
So who did that to the earth, man? Who beat the whole earth? And it ain't stopped. America ain't took a break. They got to say, every 20 years, America goes to war. But really, they occupy these countries. They never let up.
They never let up. Because even when America's not at war itself, it's got proxy wars going on.
Fact.
Everywhere else.
They arm this group. They arm this militia to fight through this.
And did any of us, when we came over here to the slave ship, did we say we was over here willingly? No. We've been in war for over 500 years. The Israelites alone, man.
Well, they brought war to the shores when they came in. Right? They brought war against the Israelites. You brought war to us.
They'll show you that.
I was up there with Everston, I remember a year or so ago, and we went into that, and it was like America in itself has only really had 22 years of actual peace since its inception.
And it still wasn't peace because we were here in slavery.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then once you do, and then once again, you're not taking into consideration the proxy wars.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Right. So I think what was it? America's been at war 200 plus something years. America's what? How old is America now? 247?
It only had 21 years.
So it's been exactly. So that's retarded if you think about that, man. So if I was 246 years old, I've only known 21 years of peace. Think about it.
And I'm going to reiterate because we were
still in war.
Peace.
Still in war.
And for the
moment, there was wars within America.
Exactly.
America was at war with its own citizens, man. Come on. Well, go ahead and bring that out, Rob. Then we're going to read some of these scriptures.
So once the Lord says he broke the staff of the wicked, says, once that happens, says, the whole earth is at rest. So once the Lord takes his devil out of power, the earth is going to be at rest. And it's quiet, and they break forth into singing. It's going to be rejoicing when your red ass is out of power. So it says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us.
I want to make a correction. Kanasta pulled it up. Read that real quick.
Only 15 years out of the entirety of the 244 years the United States has been in existence have been peaceful. Only 15 years without conflict. So it's 15 years.
Damn, so out of 246 years, 15 years of man. So what, John, you 13, right? Mm-hmm. So damn. Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Let there be peace on earth and let it.
Pew, 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 pew. All right. Democracy. Grenade.
15 years too long. Let's go, y'all.
Because this devil's in power, man. You're never going to get peace as long as his ass is ruling.
I mean, but you know what? To be exact, it just fulfills Bible prophecy because when Esau and Jacob which Esau is the so-called white man, if you don't know, and Jacob, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, the promises that was given to them, his blessing was the sword. So this is Bible prophecy coming to pass. The majority of the years that he's been here, on all side nations, he only had 15 years of peace. But when it comes down to the Israelites bringing us over in subjugation, we were fighting all that same time. We were rioting, we was fleeing, we was doing all kind of shit, trying to get the fuck up out of this shit. So it's really been no years of peace over here. Esau is the harbinger of the sword. His democracy is one of his sword tactics. That's a sword.
It's a weapon in itself. Yes. And, we want to thank you, brothers, that was on the comment board. It was a lot. I read a lot of scriptures, but it was kind of heated tonight. But we're gonna read some of these. We'll start right there.
Yeah, hold on.
You got something over there, bro?
This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their
say it again, slightly.
This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause someone to fall.
Yep, right on point, man. And
Absolutely.
they don't have a good night rest unless they do some damn wickedness, unless they bring some wickedness and violence in the earth, man.
That's it. Who can I fuck up? Who can I twist up? I ain't figured it out yet. I can't rest yet.
You didn't fuck up nobody today? What's wrong with you? Come on.
Good.
All right, this is that was it. Was there more than that? All right. This is Howard Shainawa, which I love that word because it means save us now. All right. Psalm 67 and 4. All right. So like I say, right. If you put not at the end of it now, so like it. Right. Okay. Howard Shainawa nah. All right. That will be save us now. All right. Psalm 67 and 4. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously. They're doing it now. And govern the nations upon the earth. Salah. Let that sink in. Psalm 67 and 5. Let the people praise thee, O God. Let all the people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase. And the Most High, even our own power, shall bless us. God shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. All right, there ain't gonna be no Allah, no Shiva, no Buddha, and no other bullshit. All right.
Right.
It says, Father of many nations, wisdom of Solomon, 6:24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the people. It's like the welfare of the world. And a wise king is the upholding of the people. That's the reason why you got all these people rioting and people over there. You got food banks. Why would you ever need a food bank when you got billions and billions and acres of food? All right. You got how many these farms have dumped milk? How many farms have shut their farms down? And then how many farms got bought up and owned by Bill fucking Gates?
Thank you.
Farmland.
That's
it.
That's right. And then he does a TED talk talking about depopulating the earth. And you can't put two together.
With vaccinates.
All day long.
Yeah.
All right? This is Sirach 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. That's cool. That's right. Anything else?
No, that's it, man. And so with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rukakadash.
Until next time.
Turn those machines
I
on.
will check it out.
Yeah, well, Megan's worth seeing, man. It's fun. It's a fun movie. And anytime Esau is suffering and dying,